Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Shitty Movie Reviews, where the only thing worse than our review is the movie itself. I'm Jeremy, and that's Dan, the man with the plan. Dan, say hello to the people, please.
Hello.
This week, we watched 2025's Anaconda, starring Paul Rudd, Jack Black, and Steve Zahn. Now, before we get into what we liked and did not like about this movie, I'd like to take you back in time.
Take me back, Jeremy.
It was the end of 2025. And we did a little video called Best Movies That We Watched this year.
I remember that.
I do remember, and you clearly do as well. And in a year where we watched Eddington, One Battle After Another, Parasite.
Don't remind me. Don't remind
Beau
me.
is Afraid, and a lot of other, I was picking some artsy stuff at the time. Hereditary.
You call it artsy?
If you pick Ari Aster movies, that's in there, right?
No.
You called Anaconda the best movie that you watched last year.
Without question.
You still stand by that.
Absolutely.
And you also said that it might be remembered as one of, if not the funniest movies of all time.
Yes.
And you still stand by that.
Of course.
Okay, that's great. Okay. So what did you like about Anaconda? Go.
What's his name? Steve
Zahn.
Steve Zahn. He kind of steals every scene he's in, dude. What'd you think of him?
He was just doing goofball, low IQ, par for the course. Officer.
You didn't
Goofy.
find it amusing?
Not really. No.
Okay.
Not very much. Yeah, okay. Not to back up again, but you told me that you saw this in theaters. I just watched this past week.
Yeah.
You saw this in theaters.
I saw this in
You
theaters.
said that it had a scene in the movie where because you went with your daughter, and you and your daughter looked at each other and started dying laughing. Okay. There was one scene that you said stuck out as the funniest scene.
There was more than one, but yeah, there were scenes.
I tried for the life of me to figure out what scene.
And what was it?
I have no idea. I counted. It took me, I got my first small chuckle. Now, if you were in the room, you would have thought I maybe cleared my throat, but it was a small enough, and I considered it a chuckle, was about an hour in, when Paul Rudd is in the boat, and he's getting away from the crash of the other people that are filming another Anaconda movie, and he spins in a circle, and to me I laughed because I was that looked like it would have been an outtake, but they thought it was funny enough to leave in.
He couldn't steer the raft.
That was my first chuckle. So
you found that funny?
That was it. And then the second chuckle arrived.
I don't know if that was supposed to be funny.
The second chuckle arrived about 15 minutes later. Again, something where it was like a when Jack Black gets up and he's revived and there's a pig on him and he goes,
a wild boar with a squirrel in his mouth.
Yeah, that was the second. In this hour and 45-minute movie, I got about 2 chucks.
Chucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If a woodchuck could chuck Anaconda movies, this one got 2 chucks.
Double chuck.
So what was the scene? What was the one that had you guys dying laughing?
The wild boar scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was peak
specifically
comedy?
when he said, "I knew you would put the squirrel in my mouth."
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that guy was very funny too.
That might have been the funniest part of the movie. Again,
little subtle stuff, like when they're in the bank trying to get the loan for $12 million or whatever, and she goes, "You are approved," and they go, $9,000. She goes, "Yes."
Really?
9,
that's what it takes?
Dude, it was subtle, I said.
That was subtle? What do you mean? Do you know what subtle means? That's not subtle.
No, I don't know what anything means.
I don't think you do.
Unless you explain it to me, Jeremy.
That was the punchline. It wasn't a subtle punchline.
So you decide.
It was so on the nose. What are you talking about? I don't think.
You got in your face punchlines and you have subtle punchlines, Jeremy.
Yeah. That was not
in your face.
That wasn't in your face. The camera is on him. He's the only one talking.
No, it was on all of them.
Yeah, but like he's in focus.
What kind of director are you?
I've never
I
made
hate
a movie.
you, Jeremy. I hate you.
And also, I've already covered what I liked about this movie. It was the two Chucks. Are there any other things that you want to talk about that was good? The best movie of 2025?
Okay, I'm a sailor. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What about that?
You were the sailor guy in The Village People. That people don't know that because you've aged terribly. But anyways, go ahead.
What about that boat that they were on in the river there? What did you think of that?
The Benicio or whatever? I forget the name. What about it?
Vendetta or something like that?
I don't know.
You didn't think that was a cool boat?
I mean, I guess. Like it. Yeah, sure. Who was
better than the one that you chuckled about that he couldn't turn around.
It wasn't a dinghy.
Yeah.
I mean, but
You're
like
a dinghy.
But like that's what made this the best movie is the boat was cool?
No, you said what did I like about it?
Oh, you liked the visuals of this boat. Okay.
I like the visuals of a lot of things of the movie.
Such as, other than the boat?
The explosions, the pyros and stuff at the end when they were blowing up the snakes and stuff.
I went back and I watched the trailer to this. That entire sequence is in the trailer. They gave the whole thing away.
Because it's so good.
Yeah, because it was a very like they're still these guys are still making movies for like 2007. It seems like because like in a golf cart.
What was wrong with 2007?
Well, I'm just saying like comedy has evolved. Like
comedy has never evolved.
Comedy has certainly evolved.
There's cave paintings in France where they're like they've got comedy where they're doing like slapstick on the wall. It hasn't evolved.
Comedy has certainly
80,000 years.
Yeah, there's
guy
more
gets
than
run over
maybe
by
your sense of humor.
A mammoth. That's hilarious.
Your sense of humor has not changed since you were in diapers. I get that, but back to diapers, I guess. Yeah. Listen, the only way I could sum this up is it's a action comedy with very little action and even less comedy. Like there were two parts that made me laugh. I could see where they were trying to like make.
What about the Easter egg at the end where Jennifer Lopez was in it?
Jennifer Lopez was a nice touch.
But no, do you think it was funny?
No, it wasn't funny. He did the eye roll fall back thing. Like that, dude, I've seen that a trillion times. It's not funny anymore.
Once again, cave paintings. Guys
okay, but I wouldn't see that cave painting and it wouldn't make me laugh. Maybe my sense of humor is just so.
There wasn't a lot around to make you laugh 80,000 years ago.
It was probably funny back then, but
the guy in the next cave over, gets killed by a bear. It's not that funny.
Now, I recently finished Tires, which is a Netflix series. Have you seen that? Stars Shane Gillis, Steve Gerben. Anyways.
No.
I laughed harder in the first 20-minute episode of Tires than this hour and 45-minute movie.
Yeah.
Because it was funny.
Well, let's compare it to something monumental, like Beau is Afraid.
Beau is Afraid was funnier. I laughed harder in Beau is Afraid.
There was nothing.
Okay, you admitted when we reviewed Beau is Afraid.
The giant dick.
The giant dick was funny.
That was it.
The guy with the tattoos all of his face chasing him into the fucking house was funny. No, dude, Beau is Afraid was Eddington was funnier than this. And those weren't even comedies, but they were funnier. No. They might have been dark comedies, I guess, but no. And then here's the other thing is. So you have Paul Rudd, you have Jack Black, you have Steve Zahn. These are guys that have been in funny shit, that can make funny shit.
Yeah.
Why have them play? And you have Ice Cube playing himself, you have J-Lo playing herself. Why did these guys not play themselves? Like, did you ever see This Is the End? It's got like Seth Rogen, James Franco.
Yes, I did. I did see it.
And they play themselves.
Yeah.
That was funnier than this. Why not do something like that? Have them play exaggerated versions of themselves because everybody knows who Paul Rudd is and Jack Black and even Steve Zahn.
They wanted to play it like they were kids. They made the video of Squatch, okay, and they promised themselves when they made Squatch, when they grew up, they were going to make movies. And Jack Black went into making wedding videos, and he hated his life. And the other guy went to Hollywood, and he made a couple of episodes of SWAT, okay?
Yeah, you just summed up the hour and 45-minute movie
in about 12 seconds. Well, that's the movie that they wanted to make.
Well, it's just, I feel like that this was a different movie, and then they got Ice Cube and J-Lo to agree to get in, so then they're like, oh, just make an Anaconda. They were both in that movie. Like, I don't think that this started out as an Anaconda movie. It just, I don't know. There you can also tell that there's been like a million recuts of this because there's this scene in the beginning where Jack Black's wife is like, "Don't forget your meds or whatever. You can only take one a week," and it's like nothing came from that. Do you remember that? Chekhov's pills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody take the whole bottle of pills somewhere?
But that wasn't Jack Black's pills. I don't think
No,
that
I
was
don't think- I
the
think you're
snake
right.
handler's pills.
Yeah, the snake handler's pills.
And like there's scenes where you can tell like, oh, look at this is fun. Like the Steve Zahn has to pee on his hand. Okay, here was an example
All animals.
of a.
You have to pee on all animals.
So that was it. That's a subtle, because it just transitions away.
Let's go over subtle. The definition of subtle.
That was a subtle
because you know
punchline.
how slow I am, Jeremy. I can't understand anything unless you break it down for me.
It seems like it.
With your genius mentality.
I'm not a genius. I just don't
No,
like
you
this
are
movie,
not.
and I think that gets me some IQ points.
Yeah.
So he's got to pee on his hand, and then there's like
They set up a thing where Paul Rudd is sitting down because he can only pee sitting down.
Dude, this took like 10 minutes, and it wasn't funny. It took so
was
long
funny.
to set up, and it was not funny.
It was funny.
It was not funny.
It was worth the wait.
So the pig scene, that was the one that like changed your life.
You know, to be honest with you, I don't remember the scene
No.
we laughed about, but we did laugh about it.
We'll have to call your daughter. I need to know what she
My
thought.
daughter couldn't sleep because she was laughing all night in bed.
Maybe she
called
got
me
into
the
the
next
pills.
day and told me that.
Maybe she got into the Jack Black pills because there's no way.
Some people have a different view of comedy than you, Jeremy.
I
would
guess,
think the vast majority of people.
I don't think so.
I think so. I
think
think
that-
you're brain damaged.
Like this might have made. Okay, so I went and
It's not your fault.
I took the kids to see the Paw Patrol movie.
Was that funny?
This past weekend?
Was it
was
fun?
funnier than Anaconda.
Okay.
It had a better plot than Anaconda. It had a better story structure.
What was the plot of Paw Patrol? I want to hear it. I bet you don't
So
know.
the plot, well, maybe we should make this another video, but the plot of Paw Patrol Dino Patrol, I think it was called, is that they wash up on a mysterious island full of dinosaurs, and then the evil Mayor Humdinger tries to steal the diamonds from the dinosaur island, and they blow it up, and there's dinosaurs, and they're trying to save them, and Marshall has to get his groove back. Better than Anaconda.
So I see your point. It does sound pretty funny.
It's funnier. But Anaconda, I think my kids would have laughed at that, and their children.
Laughed at Anaconda?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they would.
Because like there's farts and stuff.
Look, man. You don't have to be superficial. Oh, I'm so sophisticated.
It's not
I can't
a
watch this
sophistication
movie.
thing. I think also this caused me a moment of reflection too, because I was like, am I just so like irony poisoned?
That's what I think. Yeah, I think you're onto something.
Nihilistic about humor.
Yeah.
But then I watched Tires and I laughed the whole fucking time. So it's like, I don't know. I think I just need
Did you
somebody.
maybe you were into the pills.
Somebody needs to be calling somebody else gay to make me laugh. That's the only thing that that's all that makes me laugh anymore.
Come across.
I think that's
Yeah.
maybe it is
Now
just
you're
different.
onto something.
It didn't. I don't know. It fell flat, man. It didn't.
Okay.
It killed me.
And that's why they make so many different movies, because everybody's different. Everybody doesn't watch.
Yeah, I
the
don't
same
like
movie.
that. Everybody should like what I like, because then movies would be better.
I don't want to like what you like. I want to like what I like.
Do you
We
have
have
any?
very different views.
Do you have anything bad to say about Anaconda?
No.
No.
No,
Really?
nothing
Perfect. Okay. Let me ask you this then, because Anaconda has a higher Rotten Tomato scores than Tommy Boy. Is this better than Tommy Boy?
Is it better than Tommy Boy? No.
Okay. We at least agree there. Tommy
Yeah.
Boy was funny, but
Tommy
I watched
Boy
Tommy Boy when I was 10.
Funny. It was funny,
Yeah.
but a lot of people wouldn't. Would be like you. They were too. It was too low.
I still think no. It's not that. I just admitted that what makes me laugh is calling people
I know,
gay.
but you know what
That's
I'm saying.
lowbrow.
A lot of people would not agree with us about Tommy Boy.
A lot of the critics didn't. This is actually sitting higher. This is sitting, well, as of the time of this recording, at 47% on Rotten Tomatoes. What would you give it? 100? This is a perfect movie to you.
No, I would give it a 65.
The greatest movie ever made is a 65.
No, the greatest movie I saw that year. Remember?
You know,
that we had seen.
I kind of I was wondering about this because like you called it the greatest movie you saw that year, and I'm starting to think, was it just the most recent movie you had seen? Like if I ask a fly what his favorite piece of shit he's ever eaten was, is he just going to tell me the most recent one? Is that what's happening?
I think the fly would tell you that.
I think
because they don't have a real huge brain. Okay.
Well, you liked Anaconda, so I mean,
I don't think the fly is going to watch Anaconda.
65. So this is the highest score you've given a movie so far since we.
Well, they're shitty movies.
They're shitty movies, but they could, maybe,
and I don't even know. This doesn't qualify as a shitty movie.
Well, I kind of did this as a dick move, kind of, because I knew you loved this movie.
Because you're a dick.
In fairness, I'll find a movie I like that has a low score, and we'll do that one next. But for my score, I started thinking I gave Morbius a 10, I think.
Yeah.
And I asked myself, would I rather watch Morbius again or this again?
Yeah.
So I'll be giving Anaconda a 9. And maybe
you
I'll
would
go
rather
home
watch Morbius
I would rather
again?
watch Morbius again.
Okay.
It was boring, but like
it was boring.
At least when the action happened, it was like cool looking.
Yeah.
The pyro visual 2007
I want to amend my statement. You asked me what did I not like about it. It's not what I didn't like about it. One thing I would change about it that I think it would make better, I would have put J-Lo in it a little more, and she would have showed up with John Voight. Because why wasn't he?
Is John Voight still alive?
Why wasn't he in it?
Maybe he's dead. I don't know.
I don't think he is dead.
He might not be dead. Oh, you know what? I think he's like a big Republican guy. So he probably
Republicans can't be in Anaconda?
I don't think they give them movies very often now.
I'll go with that.
The pushback you get is probably not.
Yeah, you got to be...
juice is not worth the squeeze.
You got to be part of the club.
Especially since, like, how many people saw it? Maybe Anaconda was a big hit. I remember watching it.
Anaconda wasn't a big hit, but they were making a big deal about putting Ice Cube and J-Lo in. And somebody even said, who are you going to find? John Voight? There was a line in the movie.
Whatever.
But maybe you didn't pay much attention to
there's a good possibility.
You might have been busy on your phone during the...
Listen, it's up to the movie to keep me interested. It's not up to me to make it less interesting than my phone.
The movie
I am reviewing the movie. I am reviewing it fairly. If I miss something because the preceding part was boring, I mean, that's on Jack Black and Paul Rudd, not me. Anyways... So that's our shitty movie review. Have you seen Anaconda? Was it a piece of junk? Do you agree with Dan? It's the greatest comedy ever made, and humanity will never surpass it as a form of art. Or do you agree with me? Let us know in the comments below. Suggest a shitty movie for us to watch, because the next week I'll punish myself and pick a movie I like. But Dan, you got anything else for the people?
I hate you.
Yeah, I deserve it. Goodbye.